Hey everybody, give me just a few seconds here trying to figure out how to get that to my laptop so I can see. Hey everybody, give me just a few seconds here trying to figure out how to get that to my laptop so I can see. Hey everybody. Hey Justin, how are you? Hey Justin, how are you? I'm technically not supposed to go live till 7, so we got like 8 minutes. I'm gonna wait for some other people to get in here. Hey Kimmy, I think I have this set up right. We hope I do. Technically not supposed to go live till 7, so we got like 8 minutes. I'm gonna wait for some other people to get in here. Trying to mute. I think I have this set up right. We hope I do. Okay, now I have it muted, so cool. Thank you, Kimmy. So how everybody doing today? So this is my first live, as some of y'all know. So just bear with me till I figure all this out, because it's going to be a minute. I didn't realize how much of a delay there is between the two. It's crazy. Hey Rebecca, we're gonna hope that this craft turns out right. It's an easy craft. I figured for my first time that we do something more on the simple side and see how tonight goes, and then we can grow from there, of course. Thank you. I made him last week. I finished him up over the past weekend. He's still got a few spots I need to touch up from crackage and things like that, but he's all foam clay. His base under the clay is actually made from a traffic cone from Dollar Tree. He's a little Adidas, as I'm calling them, candy corn all-stars here, are just made out of styrofoam. So yeah. Hey Jen. So we're in my new craft studio tonight. I've not even really shared many pictures of the room except for the back wall. And maybe the wall across from me. It's a much smaller room area than I had before. But once I get one last piece of stuff over here out of the way, it's going to be a much better room for me. I think the layout's going to work a lot better too. Hey Tanisa. Thank you for coming. Well, Lori, welcome. And this is my first time going live, so it's a first for both of us. Hey, My Joy Creations, I forgot your name, and I wrote it down today so I would not forget, and I did. I'm so sorry. I actually made myself a cheat sheet and left it in the other area so I would not forget anybody's name. Margarita, that's right. Okay. Welcome in, Margarita. Thank you for coming. Thanks, Jen. I'm following you from my personal page, Margarita. I thought I was already. How some y'all are all much yes, I was going to introduce myself in just a second. I am Raymond. Cecil, I hope it'd be great. If y'all could share out to let others know that I am here. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to share it myself. There we go. Cool. Done. Hey, Erica. I'm still trying to figure all this out, girl. But we're going to make it. Hey, Lauren. We got about 21 in here. Cool. All right. CC works for me too. Thank you. Welcome back, Jen. Thanks for the sprinkle. Hey, Rita. All right, well, we got about 22 of us in here, so I'll start and I'll introduce myself. Oh, looks like we're getting more people here now. So, my name is Raymond, and I'm with the Evercrafter. As I said in my video, letting everybody know about tonight's live, I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm a wreath maker, a painter, clay sculptor. I'm newer to fake bakes. These are some of my pieces back here, if you can see them. I was raised by an interior decorator, so I've been taught from an early age, do everything you can, make everything you can. So, Tisha. I think I got that. Tisha, welcome in. I'm currently live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I'm originally from a very small country town in Arkansas. And like I said, my mom was an interior decorator, and I promised I had scissors in my hands before I could probably walk. So that's where it all comes from. Hey, Pam. Nice to have you here. Pam knows me from way back when. So I guess we can get started. Tonight we're going to make a little vintage inspired treat box. I got stuff to make a few, but we're just going to start with the one and see where that goes. If down the line you're wanting to make this yourself, things you're going to need aren't hard to find. Just hit the Dollar Tree up. So I got these during Christmas last year, but they sell them all year round. It's just a little paper mache craft box. You can usually get them in sets. Tonight we're going to use the larger of them. Rusty, that's my brother. And yes, we are country. Do you not hear it? So tonight we're going to use the larger of the boxes. Like I said, Dollar Tree. You're going to need, you can either paint the top or cover it with cardstock. Tonight I'm just going to use cardstock. You're going to need something that you want to use as the center of the top. We are going to use I have two different pumpkins to choose from. We have a smaller one here. I think it might have been a light at one point. Then we have a larger one that also possibly could have been a light. We're going to use one of those. We got a small paper witch hat we're going to use. You're going to need some crepe paper to match whatever you want to cover the container itself with. We're going to use cardstock again for that. We have all the different color options to choose from. Don't know if you can really see them, but they're bright metallics. So we'll pick one of those. And if I do miss your comments, no, I'll go back after my live and watch them and follow up with you if you have any questions or anything. I may be moving a little fast. Like I said, it's my first live. So let's see. That's pretty much all you need, other than, like I said, you're going to need some crepe paper. I have several different colors, streamers to choose from. And then I have a few little extra things we can add on if we want. Tonight, hey Teresa. If I said your name right, I'm hoping I did. Hey Dee. I think for the pumpkin, we are going to go with, I really like pink and orange together, so I think we're going to use a pink. Do we want a pink polka dot? Pink and gold stripe is what I think we're going to go with. Can't really see. There you go. I think we're going to go with that. So, all you need to do, of course your paper is not going to be big enough to go around the box, so you are going to have to put them together to cover both sides. Hey Robin, welcome in. Hey Lauren. So, all you want to do is measure how deep your box is. I have a pencil here somewhere. Or I did. Let me grab one real quick off the shelf. Alright. I just grabbed a Sharpie. Thank you. Alright. You just want to make a mark where it's at. I have some little leftover scraps from before when I've used this paper. I'm just going to lay one of those down. You want to cut it as close to possible to the size, but you are going to be adding a few little other things, so it doesn't matter if it's not exact. Hey Adeline. If I'm butchering names, I do apologize. Alright. We're going to cut that out. Just straight across. And remember, because this isn't the exact size to fit all the way around, you will need to cut 2 of these. All right. Hey Michelle. Hey Tina. Thank you, Ellen. He is Kanisa a little bit, now that you said that. And I'll point it out to y'all because I pointed it out to myself and now I can't unsee it. Hey, Anise. This is actually, remind me in a minute, I'll tell you about this cabinet. Does his hands not look like chicken feet? Yes, chicken feet. I know. But at the time, I didn't see it until afterwards. When they were drying, it was just 2 little chicken feet hanging there. So like I said in the beginning, this is a super easy live that we're doing tonight. Super easy DIY. Most items come from the Dollar Tree. Let's say I cut that crooked. So you can do it affordably. This paper actually came from the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. I I'd originally had planned on using orange wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, but they were out, and they didn't have any of their Halloween papers out yet. So, hey, Brandy. Glad you made it. Rusty, quit talking about me. Again, y'all, Rusty that's on here, that's my brother. Y'all can give him a hard time. He'll be okay with it. So you can either put this on with what I typically do is I take a glue stick, like the kind we used in elementary school, and I'll rub some of that on there. They were out of the good stuff, so I had to buy the off-brand, which is fine, but I have found that it doesn't stick as good. So I just lay a little bit there first, then I take my hot glue gun, find the seam of the paper so you can always start at a straight line. Just do a simple little line there, just something to hold it in place while you get started. Line it up, hold it on. We've all worked with glues before. We know we're going to do what I just done and burn my hand. I do it every time. Then I'll go back in every once in a while, just add a little bit more hot glue. Just to make sure it stays. Don't do like me and not do it on correctly though. All right. I missed that. What was that? Oh, there's Corey. Corey is my husband. We've been together for 16 years, married 6 of those. Thank you, Teresa. All right, now that you see, obviously I did not do my measurements right. We'll just go back and trim it. That's what scissors are for. Thanks, Brandy. Those are all made from foam clay and Mod Podge, thanks to Tina with Tina's Tasteful Treasures for teaching me how to do that a while back. I saw it on one of her lives and I contacted her and was like, am I making a mistake if I try this, or should I stick to what I know? And she encouraged me enough that I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I won't turn back from it now. It's so easy. You just gotta have a little muscle in your arm, which I don't have a lot of. Let's see. We got a little bit more to put on here. And I don't like how this stuck right here, so just cut it off. That's the fun in it. If you don't like it, you just take it off and start again. It was just that one little section I didn't care for. Yeah. The Hubs is in the living room playing his game and reading a book probably. I'm shocked my brother's here. He's not crafty. He likes to pretend he might be. Alright, and then to cover up the next area, you just add a little bit more hot glue just to get yourself started. Line it up how you want it. The only problem with using the hot glue is it's going to ooze out a little bit. So you're going to see it. Like I just got some right there at the seam. Right, Tina? I mean, have we ever just really made a project and got it right the first time? I haven't. It's okay to mess up, you know? The only way to learn is to mess up. So, you know, you learn from your mistakes. Hot glue sticks that are this long, if you're not buying the box, that's one continuous roll, which I have tagged in my shop through my link tree, if that makes sense. Those are things I'm not sure if we can say on here or not, so I won't say it. But yeah, these long glue sticks are great. But like I said, there is a box you can buy from SureBonder that is one continuous loop that goes on forever. Let's see, a little bit more glue there, and then we'll cut off the excess. And then we'll try to get to the fun part. I'm gonna cut it right there. And Teresa with Flowertown Crafts, she's a fellow monster lover. So for her, I just want her to know that if I continue going live, which I'm sure I will, I have a pretty good idea for a great monster project to do in a few, like maybe a few weeks from now, once I get a little bit more comfortable, because it would probably be a little bit more detailed than this. And there's also Berry Sweets in here. That's Erica. Erica and Tina and Jen with Making It Fun Creations. I'm not sure if she's here. Both of them three, pushed me a lot further and made me feel a lot more comfortable going live. So I want to give them some credit for that. Hey. Also, they're not in here with me now, but there is a project I did. Some of y'all saw some sculpted candles I did. I want to say thank you to Anise with Southern Bougie Creations. Bougie is not spelled like it's typically spelled, I don't believe. I always spell it wrong. She's on the live. Thank you for encouraging me to sculpt those candles. Thank you. And there are several other people from the Fake Bake community that have encouraged me. Thank you all. Y'all have made me feel something that I haven't felt from a crafting community in a long time. Just want y'all to know that. Let's see. So there's the box, the bottom section of your treat box. Y'all can see that. Let's move on. Let's cover the top section real quick, and then we can go on to making the actual fun parts that go on the top of it. So for the top, like I said, we're just going to use black cardstock. Do like we did before. You're just going to trace the top on there. Don't worry about the sides. We got that covered with a whole different option. I'm using a black Sharpie on black paper. It shows up just enough with the lights that you can see it. Like I know I missed some comments, so like I said, I will definitely go back and reply to people who have questions or ask me things. If the Hubs is doing his job, Mr. Corey, he may be answering some of y'all for me. Alright, we got our black circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to add quite a bit of stuff to this. Okay, so the 90s, obviously, I was actually in junior high and high school in the 90s. But the style, I mean, the colors, you can't help but love it. This is actually my second studio that I've had. The first one, Corey actually got a different job and was able to work from home a lot. So he needed an office, so I gave him mine, and it was actually done in like postmodern style. So now he has the postmodern office, and I have this one. This one allowed me to start from scratch and do exactly what I wanted to. Like I said, remember this doesn't have to be perfect on the top because you're going to add other stuff to it. Okay. Look, Rusty, don't have me here crying. You know I ugly cry just like you and your sister. Let's see. So, some of y'all know, most of y'all do, my birthday was yesterday. I turned 44. When I'm not creating or shopping or making up ideas of things to create, I like to do Legos. It's just very relaxing to me. So I got a Lego Villains Disney set for my birthday. It's awesome. It looks like all the old shell the old shell cases that, you know, when cassette tapes came in. Super cool. Can't wait to put it together. Yes, Kanisa, they still have rubber cement. And it works for certain things. Like, it probably would have worked for this project, actually. I did not think about that until you said that. Now I will have to buy some this weekend. Thank y'all for the birthdays. Lauren, it's so fun. For Christmas, I thought I got 2 pair of Adidas shoes. And I actually got a pair of Adidas shoes and an Adidas Superstar that you put together out of Legos. So cool. Really, Jennifer? I think that was Corey's way of telling me I'm talking too much. But no, I'll break this down and repost so that everybody can get better details of what I'm doing here. So, notice I did not cover the sides yet. Just making sure that it still fits. It should. As I say that, and it doesn't. I know what I did wrong. There it goes. Alright, so this section here, yeah, Lauren. So remember we have the pink stripes here. What we're going to do here to cover the trim of the top is we have some options. We can do, what Nick is here? Well, one of the Nicks is here. I'm not sure who it was. Awesome. Oh, Nick Porter. Hey, Nick. All right, so here's a question for y'all. Do we want to do black and white Harlequin around the trim? Black with white polka dots? Horizontal black and white stripes? Or this style of black and white stripes? Y'all let me know. Let me get a drink. Thank you, Rita. Hey, Becca. I didn't see you come in. Hey. We got 2 polka dots, a Harlequin. Harlequin. Hey, Sue. Tell Hubs I said hey. Harlequin, Harlequin. No, the ribbon is going to go around the trim of the top. It's going to go right here. You won't see all of it, but it's just going to be a small section of it. Harlequin. Okay, we're going to do Harlequin. So just want to make sure you get enough to go around it with a little bit of overlap. So we're going to go right there. All right, what you're going to do is you can find ribbon this width. I could not, out of all my ribbon, and y'all literally, I have probably 300 rolls of ribbon, and I could not find any the right size. Tina, you know the rolling carts with drawers, like the decent sized drawers? They're like little miniature Chester drawers. I have one of those full of black and white ribbon. I use it, but if you know me, I mean, you've followed me long enough, I use black and white in everything, so. What you're going to do to connect it is you want the seam, or the piece that's actually sewn closed, to go at the bottom of your box, like to line the trim. So, just add some hot glue. Doesn't matter where you start. And line up that bottom piece. Just like that. This is fine. We're going to take care of that in a minute. Jesus. How are you doing? Yes. Black and white is that's my cookie cutter. Y'all, Tina has a ridiculous amount of cookie cutters, and I might be just a little bit jealous of it. But actually, Tina wasn't somewhere in a live or something the other day, and I think it was in Sam's live maybe, and I thought Sam had the Mr. and Mrs. Claus from the new the See My 3D prints. But is it you who has it, Tina, that has the big Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus? Because somebody has it, and I can't remember who it was. Okay, I thought it was you, Tina. Because I really need to see what those look like when they're done. Along with Erica's sleigh and reindeer. Hit it again. You know, and I bought some little plastic things you put on your fingers so you don't burn them. Yeah. All right. All right, so you're back to where you started. Just make sure you got enough there to hold it down. So you have options now. Now that you have all this up here, you can either just fold it over or you can cut it off. I'm actually just going to go in and cut it off because of what we're going to do here. You're not going to see the edge. So just take your scissors and just cut away. It doesn't have to be, like I said, you don't have to cut it perfect because you're covering it, you're going to cover up that edge anyways. Okay, with that sound I like so much, Jen. I love the sound of scissors cutting through stuff. So much. Alright, so now we have the black top, Harlequin trim. Alright, so like I said, this is going to be decorated with different things. I just found a spot I need to put a little bit more glue on. Okay, so what we're going to do to cover this trim is I have black pom-pom trim. I don't know if you can really see it. And then I have the lime green. I think I'm going to go with the lime green trim. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I'm going to do a breakdown of him on another video. He is made with a Dollar Tree traffic cone and foam board, foam clay, and styrofoam. Yeah. I finished him up last weekend, I believe it was. He's one of my favorite things I've ever made, except for his hands look like chicken feet. But you know, it's okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna use the lime green because I'm thinking we're going to add a lot of some neon colors to the top to match the neon bright pink here. Alright, let me move this out of the way. I really did want to use orange, but I lost the orange somewhere in here. So, decide what your back is going to be. If it was me, the back would be where your seam is. Just add a little bit of hot glue around that line, just at the edge. Take your trim that I just took forever to find the end of and then wad it back up. There we go. And just start placing it down on your glue. You want it to sit on top of your box. Kind of like this, where just the balls hang off the edge. Yeah, Heather. See, Adeline? I think she learned something from me tonight. It might be. It might be, Sue. I'm also being very cautious of what I say tonight because I have a tendency for my voice to go from zero to country real quick. So I try to not say certain words. I see that someone's mentioning Tina Jones, which leads me to believe Tina said something. I might have to go back and find out what it was. Because we know how Tina is. So there's a few people in here tonight from my day job where I manage a furniture store and help design furniture and stuff. Thank y'all so much for coming in and hanging with me. I love y'all. Tina, you're not in trouble. I've known you long enough to know that Tina's Tina. If the world don't like what they get, that's just too tough. I love Tina, so. Welcome in, Penny. Thank you for coming. Tonight is actually my first time ever going live, so it's a first for both of us. If you're new, if you're just coming in, I'm Raymond with the Evercrafter. This is my first live. We are making a little vintage inspired candy box tonight. So, see, you got your little trim, you got your Harlequin under there. Annie, look, you were ready yesterday, and I'm kind of glad it wasn't yesterday because I wasn't ready yesterday. Wasn't sure I was ready today, but I got this. Thank you, Tina. All right, let's move the glue gun back over here. So, there's your top. And like I said, I did make a little mistake, and I know exactly what I've done. So, what I should have done here is instead of having the paper come all the way to the top, I should have put on the lid, drew a line, and only had the paper go to that spot. That's why the lid's a little tough to get on. Thank you, babe. It is giving me some Beetlejuice vibes, isn't it, Becca? Okay, the Lollipop Lady. I'm so glad you're on here, because I tried to remember your name today and I could not. There was two people I just could not remember today. Jamie. Okay. Yeah, Jamie does incredible work. Oh, and just so y'all know, thank you, Pam. If you're not in here under your business page, you're more than welcome to go out and get on your business page and come back. Like, we're here to support each other. So if you're not, just make sure you are. That's what we're here for. Y'all see what I'm having to do here, right? Let me fix this. Where did my page go? My computer just messed up. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna have to go back and cut this off right here. Just so that I can get the lid to go on right. And I may not have to take it all off. I may just have to do a section. And now that I've done this and know that I messed up, I remember I did the same thing when I made my first set to see how this works. There we go. We're on. So this is where we're at so far. Did I actually line the seams up? I think I did. We've got our pink and stripe, gold stripe, our harlequin, and our little bright green at the top. So now the fun part. So what we're going to do is, do we want fat pumpkin or smaller pumpkin? Faces are similar. This one's a little bit chubbier than this one. You know, I don't mind thick, so either one. Bigger. That's what I was kind of leaning towards the bigger myself. Rice them. Thick. Thick. Oh goodness. All right, everybody says the big one. Cool. All right. So, we're going to take him, because he has a hole all the way through, we're going to find roughly the middle, so I know where he's going to be placed. I'm going to trace the inside hole. If it didn't have one, you of course could trace the bottom. I just needed a rough estimate of where the middle was. All right. He will have a hat that we're going to add stuff to. So there's going to be that. But now for the fun part that we're going to do on the top here. There's multiple ways you can do it. I think, because we have the black and white trim, the pink here, and the green here, our first color we're going to use is going to be this turquoisey color. This is just streamers. Just like you buy for birthday parties. That's all that is. So Sue, yes. We need to talk. Because there's a few things I know that you wanted from some other stuff, and there may be some other things that you've seen. So yeah, let's get together on that. Okay, it's official. Trim is obviously my word. Yeah, I've never realized how much I use the word trim until tonight. Thank you. So yeah, we're going to start with this color first. So there's different ways you can do it. We're going to make ruffles is what we're going to do. You can take this, take a needle and run a needle and thread, just sew it like you was hand sewing something, and then pull it, and it's going to give you this effect. Like just a ruffle effect. But what I'm going to do is I'm not doing that. I'm going to fold it kind of like a fan. You don't even have to make it perfect. All you're doing is just figuring out how you want it. that's going to be about what I want. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put hot glue down. And I'm going to lay it on there and just push it into the hot glue to make my ruffles. So let's figure out how far back we need to go, because you want this trim. See? You want this fringe ruffle to hit roughly at the edge of the green. So that's all you got to do is just add the hot glue. I'm going to burn myself again here, so just be ready for it. I'm not starting at the end because I didn't start my glue in the right spot. You can see it's just starting to give it the little frill around the edge. I must have missed something again. Let's bring that on around to the back. Oh, I'm going to burn the fingers. There's no doubt about it. I gave up a long time ago on a few things. Burning fingers is one of them. Opening anything that has a zipper, like a plastic zipper on it, without breaking the zipper. Yeah, I gave up on those types of things a long time ago. There's no hope for me. Okay, that's fine, Erica. Okay. She gonna pay you later, Jesus. There's obviously a really good thread going on. I'm gonna have to go back and check that one out. So when you're doing this and you're doing the curves, it's not going to stay exact. It's fine. Like I told y'all a long time ago when I first started coming into all y'all's lives, just because we don't think it's perfect doesn't mean it's not perfect to somebody. So we all have to remember that as crafters, we're the hardest critics on ourselves. Alright, so there's the first little trim piece. Those shoes was bad. They really was, y'all. Our next color is going to be orange. Or let's go purple. We're just throwing all the colors in here because why not? No, this is this paper streamers from the Dollar Tree. Because I wanted the vintage look, I wanted to use this instead. Yeah, just paper streamers. Again, remember to start at your back. You're just going to put it right above where you put the last one. So just a little higher than the last one. This one will be a little bit harder for you to start because you've already got one going. And if you're like me, you didn't do your hot glue right. So, you know, let me go back and add some more hot glue. Because you need enough hot glue that you can push it to make your ruffles. Yeah, I did it again. So this is going to be the last row of trim ruffles that we put on, like actually on the box, but there will be another set that we're going to attach to the bottom of the pumpkin. That one's not quite as wavy as the one before it, but it'll be alright. Alright. Make sure all you just pull off your little stringies. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, maybe I might have been a little bit. Teresa, I might have been just a little bit. So, bottom of the pumpkin. So you, like I said, we have our green trim, the turquoise ruffle, purple ruffle. So the bottom of your pumpkin, to tie in with the black and white witch hat and the harlequin, we're going to do black and white. We're going to do the black first and then the white. You're not going to need a whole lot because there's not a lot of space there. Start at the back of your pumpkin. Add some hot glue. And just start scratching it on there. I don't know what I just said. I think I said squishing it, but squishing it is what I meant to say. And try your best to make this one a little bit more frilly than the one below it. So it almost looks like a collar around his neck. Love you too, Rusty. Somebody said trim! Isn't that what Pee Wee would do? I don't know what I just done. Don't talk about me, y'all. I loved watching Pee Wee growing up. We really do. I was in Sam's live earlier, and I've been doing wreaths and things wreaths pretty much my whole life. And she was talking about names of bows. I was like, what? I didn't know bows had names. And somebody in there was like, oh, they probably just make them up as they go. And I was like, possibly. Yeah, because I would have had no clue that a bow had a name. Right, Randy? So see, now you have, he's got his cute little ruffle trim around his neck. We're going to add one more row of that. We're going to do some white. Again, remember to start in the back. Try not to burn all your fingerprints off. You might need those one day for something to prove you didn't do something. Right, Tina? That's what I'm going to call it. A four loop duper. Would you call it? A four looper duper bow. That sounds great to me. That shall be what I call big bows from now on. See? Now we have... I dropped it. Hold on, y'all. It didn't go very far. Alright, so now that that is done, you're going to take your box, add a whole lot of hot glue to the bottom. Make sure you're lined up with the back. And just squishing down on there. So this is where we're at. Okay. At least I didn't throw it and hit us all in the head with it. Like Erica in her ice cream mold. Alright. So, for his little hat here, what we're going to do is we're going to repeat what we did here. So, we're going to put trim, the neon green ball trim. No problem, Lori. Thanks for stopping in. And then we're going to also put some of the layers. Probably we'll do the turquoise and the purple layer of wave fringe on it also. So grab a little bit of your trim, and you don't have to use this. I mean, you can do whatever you want to make this your own, or for all I care, you can do this exact thing. So we're all here to inspire each other anyways. We wouldn't be part of the DIY community if we were worried about people doing what we do. That's what we're here for. You know? And some of y'all that are on TikTok know exactly what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. Hey Annie, watching from Australia. Welcome on. This is my first time live, so we're doing it together. But thank you for coming in. Where's Sam? I see Sam come in. Hey Sam. Thank you for coming in and seeing me. So, I see somebody talking about drinking game on there. If y'all had to say take a drink every time I said the word trim, that could be interesting. Because, you know, this is technically what I wanted to be called Thirsty Thursdays with the Evercrafters, what the name of this live actually is going to be. So, drinking games could be fun. If you wanted to. So somebody asked or mentioned earlier this cabinet behind me. I can't remember who it was, and I apologize for not remembering that. So I'll give you a little rundown of this cabinet. This cabinet is just a cabinet I got from the furniture store I worked at when I first moved down to Louisiana in 2008 or 7. 2008. It was painted blue, and when I redid this office, I originally didn't want to keep it in here, but ended up needing it. So this cabinet looks like I spent a whole lot of time painting it, right? You know what this is? And this is? It's duct tape. Yeah. I did a whole line of stuff done with, instead of painting it, that I did with duct tape a while back. And this is one of the pieces I've done since then. I was actually had sponsor post from the Duck brand duct tape. I did probably 5 or 6 pieces. I've got a bookcase, a ribbon rack that I made out of an old gun rack, this piece, some trays, and a piece of my foyer, and a plant stand that are all done out of the duct tape. So there's the trim on his little hat. Hey Morticia. I got a little piece right here I need to cut off. So now that we've got the trim on the edge of the hat, we're going to go in with a piece of the turquoise and do the same thing we did on that. We're just going to add a little ruffle across this area right here. And because we don't want it so long, we're going to kind of fold it in half. Well, but I'm not a true Cajun. I'm adopted Cajun, I guess you could say. But not really, because, no. I'm just an old country boy. Exactly, Tina. Exactly. Words to live by. All right, see? Now he's got his trim there with the turquoise. We're going to add on the purple, and then we'll tie it on to the top and we'll be done. Again, I want to thank all y'all for coming tonight, hanging out with me, helping me get through my first live. Again, thank a lot of y'all so much for all the encouragement that y'all gave me throughout this journey. Without some of y'all, I wouldn't be going live tonight. Now we will be doing one more thing to the top of this, just to cover up where we've glued it all on. Lots and lots of trim. Now if we can just figure out how I can work trim into clay stuff. Maybe I can just make my trim out of clay. That could be kind of fun. Could be. Is anybody else in here going thank you, Nancy. Anybody else on here? I know I've went a little over an hour now. I was trying to hopefully be done in an hour. I didn't want to keep y'all too long because I know some of y'all may be going live later yourself. If you are, feel free to share that you are in your page names. Like I said, I have no problem at all with y'all coming in here under your business pages. That's what we're here for. But yes, if any of you other, yes, I could call my worms trim. Thanks, Sam. Just want to kind of go through and ruffle some of your trim up a little bit, just so it's not so flat. I might have pushed it down into the hot glue a little too hard. So we could either take some more of the green to cover that up, which I don't want to do that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take, I got some different little bones and things like that. I'll take these, they're just a little Dollar Tree bones. I think we're going to glue one of those right there. Actually, we're going to do two of those right there. All right, I can do that. Adeline. We're going to do two of those right there. Hopefully I did those in the right spot so they're on the side of his head. Thank you, Danita. Those are his candy corn superstars. Yeah. Really? This is, well, you know, mine possibly could have. They didn't this time, but a lot of times I break mine in half anyways because I'm just using half of it for something. So that could be why I haven't had that issue. Alright, so we got two little bones on the side here. Let's see what else we got. We got some little spiders we're going to use. I think we're going to have an orange spider and two little black baby spiders. And because I think it's the best thing ever, I got these candy corns from Playcode 3. We're going to use some of those. Well, I think we're just going to use one of them, but let's glue the little spider on. I'm going to cut his little ring off. He doesn't need that. We're going to glue it right on the side of his hat. There we go. Candy corn. Now these are, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I may need, y'all can tell me. My next live, do you think I should move the camera closer? Let me know that. We're going to put this piece of candy corn between the two little bones we put on here. Little black spider right there. And the other one, we're gonna put right next to the orange one, kind of sitting down on the top of his, on the brim of the hat. And because I don't like there's nothing on the very top of the hat, we're just gonna cut one of these little balls off and add it up there. Alright. Now to glue it on, just fill the brim of the hat with hot glue. And put it on. There you have it. So we got a little candy treat box. You could do these for any holiday, anything really. You could. I've got a set of these I did a few years ago. One is a skeleton head, one is a pumpkin, one's a cauldron, and one's an eyeball. So you can use anything for them, you know. Oh, I didn't realize the box was there. I'm sorry, y'all. Next time I need to read as I'm going, huh? So I'll make sure I correct those things for next time. But there we have it. Just a quick, easy something. Fill it with candy, some treats, whatever. So that's that. But y'all wanted to see some of my stuff that I've made. Let me move this out of the way. Ooh, Brandy, don't tell me. I haven't watched it yet. So, of course, everybody's been talking about him. This is my little candy corn man. Foam clay, styrofoam, traffic cone, wire. I did have a little bit of cracking I got to go back and fix. But, yeah. It's got a sculpted out face. There's that. I hope everything's okay, Jennifer, with your dog. I hate that. This is my little melted lollipop sucker thing. He was a lot of fun to make. I actually used just some high gloss glaze on him to give him a little bit of shine. Ow. I just burned myself again. Alright, it did. So that's the sucker, the candy corn man. This is one of my cakes. He's made from, again, foam clay and Mod Podge. The eyes came from like off Amazon. I think it was like got a case of, like, not a case, but a whole box of them for, I think it was $15 for like 144 of them. And I just used a star tip for that one. This is my personal favorite of the cakes. Done this one with a grass tip. This one, I call it drippy. Looks like it kind of smeared and ran and stuff like that. Most of these cakes only took me about an hour to 2 hours, if that. Once I got going, I just done it. Oh, I'm not tall. I just look it. I'm not tall. I'm only like 5'10". Yeah, I have a whole set of monster cakes. There's 6 total of the cakes. Then there are, everyone has a matching cupcake as far as the color goes. With the cherries even have little mouths on them. The pink cake is my second favorite, but yeah. Let's see. And there are some other cupcakes. But yeah, so there is a designer that a lot of my inspiration comes from. It's Something Collections. I'll just say it like that. I take inspiration from her on the cupcakes. Then, as far as the sculpting goes, like I said, I did do some candles that a niece with Southern Bougie Creations encouraged me to do. They're in the other room. I'll show them to you on another live. I don't know if you can really see this guy right here. Let me grab, I'm just going to take his head off. I don't know if you can really see it or not, but I sculpted his face. There's a lot of glare because I used the wrong paint. I did not mean to use gloss paint on this, and I did. So, yeah, that's just some of my stuff. again, thank y'all so much for coming. I do have another pumpkin I'm working on. I'll show him on another live also. So, just so you all know, I do have a website. It's theevercrafter.com. I don't post a lot on there because it never picked up steam. It was going to be a DIY blog website. Steam never got going with it, so I just quit posting. If it's something that you think I should continue, or maybe y'all would be interested in signing up for, it doesn't cost anything. You just sign up for the blog. It's www.theevercrafter.com. I did say another live. I'm on all social media platforms under the same name. If you go to my link tree, you'll find links to everything there, as well as links to my A-Word shop, where I have a lot of the supplies that I use for projects on there. If you have any questions about anything I've used, just feel free to message me and let me know. Other than that, I think we'll probably make this a Thursday night regular. So come back and see me next Thursday for Thirsty Thursday with the Evercrafter. And let's see, next week, let's take a quick survey real quick. We can make, I'm not going to do clay next week, but we can do giant macaroons that are not made with clay. We could do a wreath if y'all wanted to. Let me think. Macaroon, wreath. I did see somebody said definitely Halloween. We could do Halloween macaroons if y'all wanted to. Again, I have to double check this weekend, but I think all supplies could come from Dollar Tree for the giant macaroons. We could maybe do a monster plant. We could do a monster plant. Giant macaroons? Okay. And just like I said, remember there won't be clay, so it's going to be an alternative to that. Yeah, let's do giant macaroons, and we'll do them in Halloween colors. So maybe I'll remember this time to put out a supply list in case y'all want to kind of go along with me. Tamara, Brandy. As far as the monster plant, I think if we'll wait and do that maybe the week after. That way I can use clay. Maybe I can get some clay in by then, because I'm running super low on clay. Yeah, we're gonna do the monster plant. We'll give that 2 weeks so we can get some clay in. Because I may not do the whole thing clay, but we're going to use some clay on it. Oh, Brandy, a giant macaroon eating a monster plant. Ugh. That's a good idea. But maybe we can do them a week apart. We'll do the macaroon, then we'll do a monster plant, then we can combine them. That could work. Candy Corn Man. I could try to do that at some point in the next few weeks. He's a little on the difficult side. He would probably be a multiple live piece, unless I can figure out how to do him smaller. I'm like Erica with Berry Sweet. I don't do well with small things. I don't think. I like bigger. I work better on a bigger scale. Thank you, Erica. Have a good night. But yeah, that's about it. So I will let y'all go. Thank you all for coming. And if any of y'all are going live, let me know. Anybody that's here, share out that we've had this live. And I hope I can see you all again on next Thursday for Thirsty Thursdays with the Evercrafter. Thanks for coming. Y'all have a good night. Hey, and also remember, live happily ever crafter. All right? Thank y'all.